morning, friends from beautiful Bozeman. Look at that beautiful background right near the shul. So many of us are struggling with the irrational statements that we're hearing at these anti-Jewish protests around the country. Where does the irrationality come from? What happened to people being logical and living with rationale? I was learning a mimer this morning, a Hasidic discourse from the Rebbe from 1958, Parsha Zachor, the Shabbos in which we're required, some say biblically, to remember what Amalek did to the Jewish people. And in one paragraph, the Rebbe addresses rational arrogance and irrational arrogance. And the Rebbe says when it comes to rational arrogance, it's somebody who has talents. To quote the prophet, either they have talents intellectually, in their intellectual capacity, or with wealth, they have incredible wealth, they've attained incredible wealth and success, or gvura, or they've attained incredible strength, physical strength, might, and they're arrogant about it. They're proud of it. They show off about it. And even though that is wrong, because A, they could probably do better, and B, it's talents that God gifted to them, so there's no room for arrogance at all, but at least it's hisnasus betam. It's arrogance that makes sense rationally. So it needs to be transformed, it needs to be worked on, it needs to be refined so that a person shouldn't be arrogant, but at least you know where they're coming from and there's something or someone to work with. But then there's hisnasus beloy tam, there's arrogance that's irrational, there's no logic whatsoever. That's Amalek, where you have nothing to show off, you have nothing to offer, not in strength, not in wealth, not in wisdom. You've benefited the world with nada, with nothing, and yet you're arrogant, with a chutzpah, with such an irrational arrogance, in-your-face arrogance, when you know that deep down you're just an insecure individual with an extremely low self-esteem, and you know that you've brought nothing to humanity, but you're arrogant in the face of those who have brought so much to the world. And that type of arrogance cannot be refined. Like Amalek, it needs to be broken, it needs to be eradicated. Now, how it's broken? God arranged, right? What is it? God arranges it. It says, "Im tagbia kanesher," if you lift yourself up like an eagle, mishamay ritcha, God will put you down. God knows how to break the super irrational, arrogant individuals. But at least we should know what we're dealing with. Stop trying to rationalize with the irrational. Stop trying to refine or educate the irrational arrogance, because it's hopeless. Because they had no reason to be arrogant in the first place. So you trying to rationalize with that arrogance, with that chutzpah, won't get you anywhere. Instead, say some psalms for a peaceful world, say some tehillim, and work with those who are willing to be educated, because their arrogance is logical, and at least there's somebody home. Incredible word from the Maimer. I hope it inspires you and talks to you as much as it did to me. Have a stupendous day.